And now, the latest news, sports, and weather with Stephanie Allison and the entire Our City News team.
Happy Thanksgiving and welcome to Our City News. Stephanie Allison is off today. In our top story, a 3-alarm fire claims 2 lives at 282 Hanover Street early Wednesday morning in Boston's North End. Firefighters responding around 1 a.m. to flames coming out of the windows at the 5-story building there. The fire turned deadly when one man jumped to escape the flames, and shortly thereafter another found by firefighters inside that building, the second victim succumbing to his injuries at the hospital. 3 other residents were transported to medical facilities and are expected to survive. The 2 deaths are on the day before Thanksgiving and are the first fire-related fatalities of 2017, according to the Boston Fire Department. The fire department officials came to the blaze and attributed the careless disposal of smoking materials to the second-floor bedroom. Damages are expected to be about $1.5 million. The greater Fitchburg and Leominster area has been on pins and needles about the election of Leominster Mayor Dean Mazzarella, as he has come out on top after the recount this past Tuesday. Officials reviewed all of the ballots cast in the election after the write-in candidate, Kenny Ricker, questioned the closeout results of that race. After nearly a full day of hand counting by the Registrar of Voters, City Clerk Lynn Bouchard said Mazzarella received 4,480 votes, with Ricker getting 4,374, a difference of only 106 votes. This will be Mazzarella's 13th term as mayor of the city of Leominster and a record in the Commonwealth. With the holiday season upon us, the Salvation Army kicked off the annual Red Kettle Drive. I got a chance to talk to those who help each year in this important holiday fundraising effort. And it is that time of year again right here at the Salvation Army on Water Street. Long-standing member of this community, of course, we all know about the kettle bell ringing and all of the festivities. With me, Lynette Valentine. I'm going to hand the mic over to you, Lynette, and tell us more about what's happening today.
We're having our annual Red Kettle Kickoff today. And with us, we have advisory board members, Dan Cunningham, Paul Galvin, our mayor, Steve Donatelli, Jamie Toll from Lunenburg Selectmen, and then we have Santa, who came for the children today, and we're grateful. And really the main reason we're here is to kick off our 2017 Red Kettle campaign. There's a lot going on in the city. We're out there every day helping people. The need is great. And I can't express how much this community pulls together, Fitchburg, Leominster, and Lunenburg. And we're just hoping for a great, successful campaign this year. And with your help, I know that we can do it. Last year, we did not hit our goal, and it was very difficult. And I'm not going to say that it wasn't. It was hard. There were times where we were just trying to figure out how we were going to keep the door open or keep the food going out the door. You know what? We made it. And here we are right now to kick it off, to start to raise the money. Every penny that goes in those red kettles counts. It stays in our community. It stays Fitchburg, Leominster, and Lunenburg. So I'm putting a challenge out. The challenge is for the community to engage. Pick up the phone, call me, and we can set up a challenge. Brothers, sisters against each other, co-workers against each other, businesses, departments. I have 2,865 volunteer hours to fill. And with you, I know we can do it. And we can make this year and this campaign a success, not for the Salvation Army, but for our community. Thank you.
I think people know what the Salvation Army does in the community. Just about every penny of what you give goes back to the community. There are a number of organizations out there that fundraise. No one does it better than the Salvation Army. And this is not just today, but for many years in the past, historically. This is the organization that you want to give your donation to because it will do the most good. So the city of Fitchburg certainly supports this. We've got our Fitchburg High Chorus behind us. Tabitha Greenlease is the director today, not just our band, but the chorus. We thank her. We thank the folks that are here today. And again, the city of Fitchburg will always be front and center with the Salvation Army. We appreciate and we welcome all the help you folks can provide. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And I also want to thank everyone for being here today and to let you know also that we'll be doing boot drives throughout the community. You'll find one actually going on this Saturday down at the junction of Summer Street and John Fitch Highway. And we'll be in Leominster next week, I believe. And then we have pretty much one every weekend leading up to Christmas. So the boot drives are a very, very important part of our fundraising drive as well. So the kettles are great, and we'll be at the Market Basket stores. We'll be at the mall at Whitney Field. You'll see them in other parts of the community. And anytime you can drop something into the bucket is really helpful. And a lot of people just want to come by and drop off a gift to the Salvation Army here on Water Street, and that's always welcome too. So anything you can do to help us out is greatly appreciated. And again, as Lynette mentioned, all the money you give stays in our local community, helping your neighbors, your friends, and helping everyone who needs it in this community. Thank you.
And one more thing I would like to say, and I'm going to hand the mic to Jamie. We also have our angel trees. You're going to see them at Slattery's. We have angels at TD Bank. We have them at Whitney Field Mall. We put them out before Black Friday because people want to buy gifts, and Black Friday is the day you can save, so maybe you can put another gift under that tree for a family in need. We have the refugee evacuees here. We have a lot of need in this community right now, and we don't want to leave one child behind. So taking an angel off a tree is going to put a smile on a child's face. And, you know, just anything that you can do to help is going to be greatly appreciated. Jamie.
Thank you. I just wanted to mention that Lunenburg joins our host here today, Fitchburg, and the community of Leominster in thanking the Salvation Army for all they do in our community. I was going to mention the Angels. It's a great way to get involved in the holiday spirit, and it's a great opportunity for the citizens of our three communities to get together and share that holiday spirit with people right here in the community that need our help. So please get involved. Thanks a lot.
Well said.
The Fitchburg and Leominster Rotary Club Breakfast with the Bands was a huge success this year. I got a chance to have some breakfast and talk a little bit with some of the people who attended this annual event. As the Leominster High School Jazz Band performs, right behind us, President Denise Wortman, of course, Exit New Options Realty and President of Rotary Club Fitchburg. You know, Denise, just a great showing of folks this morning for breakfast for the bands.
Absolutely. This is an annual event that we do to raise funds for both the high school music programs. And it's been very successful every year. We have a great time.
And we raise money. It's the season to give, and we're all giving thanks. And then, of course, the giving holiday season.
Absolutely. We've got some fabulous donations that local businesses have provided, and all the band parents and all the faculty serving food on the line. It's a great event.
Still time to serve both communities, and consider Rotary Club when you're considering giving. Glenn Fossa, Our City News. They come from far and wide, right here to the Leominster High School for Breakfast for the Band, sponsored by Rotary Club. With me, Skylar Bogan. Skylar in from Enfield, Connecticut to visit Grandma Sandra from Gardner. Very, very nice to see you today. Tell us a little bit about what you had to eat and what you're doing here.
So I had some eggs, sausage, bacon, everything but fruit. And so I got up this morning and I came here. I'm still tired though.
And of course, you're with your friend, Win Carr. And Win, it's good to see you. You're from Gardner?
Yep.
Yeah. And what did you have this morning?
I had 4 pancakes and French toast.
Excellent. And with Mom, of course, great to see everybody getting together. This is pretty incredible.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We just met Skylar yesterday, so we decided to invite him to the breakfast because we thought it'd be fun. Listen to some music and have some food.
So Breakfast for the Bands, of course, continues, and it's here every year. Next year, Fitchburg High School, Our City News continues. And as we wrap up Leominster High School and Fitchburg High School, Breakfast for the Bands, a very famous name, joined by someone else this morning, Alicia Kerber, the daughter of Paul Govan, famous, of course, for WS Beauty and all things Rotary Club. Paul, great to see you. Alicia, you've come in from Newton. This is a great time. Tell us about your experience today.
Oh, it's been wonderful. I have my 2 young kids here. They've been dancing. They've been enjoying the music. The music's been great. Now they're in the gym playing basketball.
So are we leaving the kids behind with Grandpa? Or?
I'd like to, but unfortunately they're coming home with us.
Next weekend. They were with us last night, so we had a nice evening with the grandkids last night.
and her sister's grandchildren were there. We had 4 of our grandchildren there last night.
4 kids under 8.
Yeah. Life is good.
Busy
Life is
place.
good.
Yes.
Life is
Had a
good.
very, very busy and a very successful breakfast for the bands, Paul. You got to be proud.
Yeah, it's been a great morning. The weather hasn't been so cooperative. A little rainy out there, but in spite of that, we've had a great crowd. We figured we served about 800 people already, and it's just a little after 10, and it's still coming in. So, great day.
Our City News over the border here at Leominster High School this morning for Our City News. And as we wrap up here at Leominster High School, saving the best for last, Interim Superintendent Paula Deacon with me. Paula, you've got to be really excited and thankful for everybody who showed up today, making this a huge success.
I am amazed at the amount of people, and they're still coming in the door, and they're still being gracious in what they've offered here, the support alone. I'm a Fitchburg girl who landed in Leominster, so I'm sitting on both sides of the fence right now. And to watch this community come together, this is one of the best traditions that we have going. We've got to maintain this.
The rivalry is important. I think it adds the energy to everything, but really we do get along.
For the most part, absolutely. I'm starting to bleed a little blue now, but it's okay. It's okay.
And rightfully so.
Yes.
Well, this is great, Paula. Thanks for being on. And we are done here at Leominster High School for Breakfast for the Bands, Rotary Club of Fitchburg and Leominster in the joint effort. Thanks, Paula, for spending some time. And this is Our City News. As the holiday lights go up in Fitchburg, they get ready for another arrival of Santa. Our City News correspondent, Kelly Johnson, was downtown last weekend working with these volunteers from the Holiday Decorating Committee to get everything prepared for the celebration. Kelly?
I'm Kelly Johnson with Our City News, here today at Monument Park on Main Street, decorating for the upcoming holiday season. The Holiday Decorating Committee was formed quite a few years ago of citizens who came together, who knew that there was more to be done to really make our Main Street beautiful during the holiday seasons. Together, volunteers come. They do boot drives, they hold bake sales, and throughout the year we are fundraising with your efforts around the city to be able to light up the Upper Common every year, which we all know is so beautiful. Today we're here at Monument Park, right outside of the Senior Center and Armory, where we are preparing for December 2nd, which the Holiday Decorating Committee will be hosting a family-friendly event. There will be raffles. It's from 3 till 5 p.m. Come with your kids and families, have some snacks, decorate an ornament, and prepare yourself for the exciting adventure that will come when at 5 o'clock we come on outside with the Fitchburg High School Band and Choir, where we'll be joined singing carols to get ourselves in the mood. Shortly after, there's a surprise coming where we hear that Santa's going to show up. Together, we'll be able to walk with Santa, singing carols, getting ourselves excited. Head up to the Upper Common, where around 6 o'clock we'll be taking photos with Santa and enjoying hot chocolate together. And then at 6 o'clock, what we've all been waiting for and working so hard for, we will be lighting the Upper Common for the holiday season. So again, here we are looking forward to all of our volunteers who come out and really make these things possible. So thank you to the community, and please, again, Saturday, December 2nd, we look forward to seeing you at the Armory Senior Center from 3 until 5, and then we'll stroll our way up to the Upper Common for the lighting at 6 o'clock. I'm Kelly Johnson with Our City News.
The celebration goes into full swing at 5 p.m. on December 2nd. We'll be there to keep an eye in the sky for the man in the big red suit. Be sure to come on down for the fun and this annual downtown event. Cold weather is here, making the need to stay warm a top priority. But for some, however, that can be a little tougher. Several of our city organizations are pitching in to help out with this. Let's take a look.
It's wintertime in New England, and imagine braving this weather without the proper winter jacket. Well, thanks to the Fitchburg Police Department, they're doing a coat drive. And I am here with Officer Hurley. And can you tell us a little bit about this coat drive you guys are doing?
We set up 5 bins throughout the city so people can donate, not just coats, but socks, anything for winter weather for the community that just can't afford it or doesn't have coats to keep warm in the winter.
And where are these clothes going?
They're going to be going to community health services, it's, action services. They're going to be picking up all the clothes and dispersing it through for people in the community that need it.
And is there a specific reason Fitchburg Police decided to take on this role?
Just because we're in the community engagement unit, just to help people within the community. That's kind of our role at the police department. So we jumped on it when we had a chance.
And does this mean anything specifically for you personally?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the people I've dealt with in patrol over the years, there's people out there that just can't afford a coat and don't have warm clothing. So if I can do something to keep them warm, and a lot of the donations are probably old coats that people aren't even using, they're sitting in the closet. So rather go to some good use.
And is there any other information you'd like to give us about the coat drive?
No, just you're going to give the drop-off spots. Other than that, hopefully people donate.
Awesome. Well, we can't wait to see how everything works out. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for more from our City News.
Hi, I'm Susan Navarre. Join us on Saturday, December 2nd for the 2017 Holiday House Tours right here in Fitchburg. This year's tour is going to be a spectacular collection of some of the most amazing and popular houses here in the city. The house tour is a great way to kick off the season while getting an exclusive look inside of some of the most exciting architecture, all dressed up for the holidays. This year's highlights include the Fay Club on Main Street, designed by one of America's most famous architects, the Howarth House Bed and Breakfast, and get a chance to see inside an original Crocker mansion at the Applewild School. You can purchase tickets in advance by calling the Fitchburg Historical Society at 978-345-1157 with a credit card. Tickets are also available at our local merchants, including DeBonis and Davin, the Windmill Florist Shop, Mill Number 3, Elliott's Jewelers, Shack's Clothing, Slattery's, Homestead Primitives, and also at the Mayor's Office. Your donation helps the Fitchburg Historical Society to provide inspiring history shows and talks throughout the year. You can also become a member by calling us at 978-345-1157 or visiting our website at fitchburghistoricalsociety.com. So come on out on December 2nd and enjoy these wonderful homes and help celebrate the holidays right here in Fitchburg. See you there.
So joining us on the telephone this afternoon with our City News is Evan Gaudette with MassPurg, group and consortium that is very concerned about dangerous toys at this time of season. Very important for shoppers and parents alike going into the holiday season. Evan Gaudette, thank you for joining us today on the telephone. Evan, if you would, just give us an overview of what MassPurg has seen in the news this season.
Yeah, thanks for having me, first of all. But we've been concerned with 3 major things with toys this season. The first of which we released as part of our report a little bit early, 2 weeks ago, was lead that was found in very high levels in this year's hottest toy, which has been a fidget spinner. So we found that one fidget spinner that was sold in Targets nationwide and on the online Target store contained 300 times the legal limit for lead found in a children's product. And Target tried to argue when we asked them to recall it that a fidget spinner is not a children's product, but if it looks like a toy and you market it like a toy, we believe it is a toy and should be treated as such. So that's something that we wanted to make consumers aware of, as well as a new topic that we're bringing up this year, and that's toys that collect data on children. And as an example of this, we've used the My Friend Kayla doll, and we just want to stress that the My Friend Kayla doll is not the only toy on the market that does this, but just a really good example of it. And this toy has unsecured Bluetooth connection, which could potentially be locked into by strangers who could then listen in to what your kids are saying to the doll. They'd be able to hear, even when the child is not playing to the doll, what is going on in the background, any background noise that's happening. And so that's one concern with these toys, but then another concern with them as well is that they automatically take in any data and sound from the surrounding area and upload it to a website that the company has. So the doll may ask your child a question like, who are your friends? Or what do you like to do? And anything your child says back to the doll is being uploaded onto a website that can be used for any purpose. So we'd like to highlight those two things, and then the same thing we highlight every year is choking hazards and balloons. So just if you have a child under 8 years old, it's just be important to be cautious getting them any toy that has any small parts. And if you have a child under 6, we recommend that they don't play with a toy that can fit through a toilet paper tube because they might choke on that.
Well, Evan, thank you so much. And of course, you have a website. Maybe you'd like to share that with our viewers?
Yeah, we have a full list of recalled toys on toysafetytips.org, as well as tons of recommendations for parents while they're shopping to follow and get the best toys and the safest toys for their children. So that's toysafetytips.org. MassPIRG's
been around for a long time, and you are an advocate of safety and for citizens' rights. We want to thank you so much and wish you a very best holiday season ahead, Evan.
Thank you all very much, and I hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving.
Take care. So you just heard Evan Gaudette from MassPIRG giving us an overview of those toys that may be of some concern to purchasers, parents, and of course citizenry alike. Our City News continues. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Matt Carroll. Today is November 21st, and this is the FATV Sports Report. In local sports, Super Bowl coming up in Gillette, December 1st. Some games to mention. We are a little bit far away from that, so I'm going to hold off on all the games, but because there are 8 divisions now in Massachusetts. So I'm going to start off with Division 1. Everett will be playing Severian Brothers in Gillette. A local team, St. John's Prep in Shrewsbury, will be playing North Attleboro. D5, Dennis Yarmouth will be playing Westfield out of Western Mass. And Mashpee will be playing BVT, that's right, Blackstone Valley Tech out of Upton in D7. We're going to go over now into the Thanksgiving Day game, which is a huge one, folks. Again, you know, we mentioned Fitchburg versus Leominster, 112th game. It doesn't get any bigger than that. Some of the keys to that game, in my opinion, is Figueroa and that Fitchburg High running attack. They need to get the run game going early, open up that pass. It will allow for big plays, and it will get Leominster on their back heels. Leominster, again, record doesn't show what kind of team this is. They started off their season, and I already mentioned this team, Everett, Mass, who's a D1 football team going to the second straight Super Bowl, undefeated, 9-0 this season. That's who they had to start their season off with. They also had to play Marlboro, who was a semifinalist in D6. Division 6, and a few other big teams. So Leominster, don't go to sleep on them. This game, records don't matter. It's their Super Bowl. It's the end of the year. So coverage to that game will actually start at 9:30 here with FATV. The game starts at 10, so look forward to that one. You can catch that one on channel 9 and 36 and live stream on Facebook. We go over to Fitchburg State Sports. Men's hockey, worth mentioning, 2-1-1. One tied to UMass Boston. As they get a little bit deeper into conference play, we can actually see who this team truly is. I see a strong team, already overall record of 4-2-1. So far, Fitchburg off to a good start there. Men's basketball, one thing that we did not mention yesterday is preseason polls rank 3rd. Right now, off to a rough start, again, 0-2. They will be playing tonight in Southern Vermont, looking to get back on their winning ways and into that contention that they always are in, which is that conference final game. Women's basketball, Michaela Mitchell, Rookie of the Week, so young talent with that Fitchburg State women's team, picked to finish 5th out of 7 teams, which is a huge improvement that we've seen over the past years. So hopefully Fitchburg can, with that young talent, you know, really make a push for that play in the conference playoffs. We move on to pro sports. Celtics win their 16th straight game thanks to Kyrie Irving. Scores 47, really making a case for MVP. Celtics kind of came out struggling throughout most of the game, but were able to get the 110-102 final victory against the Mavs in a very tough place to play in Dallas. So big game there. We go over to the NFL now. Falcons and Seahawks, Monday Night Football. Seahawks win 34-31. Despite having a 2-touchdown lead in the fourth quarter, the Seahawks were able to make a stride and a comeback, but the Falcons holding on and finishing strong. They move on to 6-4. Seahawks drop to 6-4, which means that wild card push in a very tough NFC is wide open right now. So can't wait to see what happens there. Break down college football. It's rivalry week, and Georgia plays Georgia Tech. Ohio State, always a big game versus Michigan in Michigan. That game's huge, folks. Michigan, a little bit out of the playoff run right now, but looking to finish strong in the Big Ten, maybe knock off some teams who are in playoff contention like Ohio State, and that's another big one for Ohio State, because if they win, they make a case for their playoff push as they are 5 spots out of that last seed. Alabama-Auburn, this one has playoffs written all over it. Auburn coming into the game ranked 6th, Alabama ranked number 1 in the country. So if Auburn can win that, they put themselves in playoffs and possibly knock out the Crimson Tide. Washington State takes on Washington, 2 teams out of that playoff push, but again, Washington State ranked 14, Washington 18, so a couple of big ranked opponents. Possibly even had contention finishing in that playoff run earlier this year. A little bit out of it, but can finish their seasons off strong. Notre Dame, Stanford in Stanford. Notre Dame with the win can make a case with some chaos for that last seed in the playoffs. Notre Dame ranked number 8, Stanford ranked 22nd in the country. So a win there for the Irish can put them back in the playoff run. Again, this is Matt Carroll, and that is the FATV Sports Report.
This week on Fitchburg Access Television on our public channel, Tuesday at 7 p.m., Barbara and You with guests from the Adult Learning Program. Wednesday at 7 p.m., it's Discussing Fitchburg Now and the Motivation and Inspirational Show. And Friday at 3 p.m., it's Bowling with King of the Palace. I'm Glenn Fossa, standing in for Stephanie Allison, wishing you all a happy Thanksgiving from Our City News. Thanks for watching.
It's my pleasure and honor to wish all of you a happy holiday, certainly a happy Thanksgiving, a Merry Christmas, and a prosperous and fulfilling New Year. We have a lot to be thankful for in the city of Fitchburg. We've made a number of advances that hopefully improve you and your lives as residents of the city. We want to also take this opportunity to thank and wish well those individuals that are overseas, our military personnel, both men and women, and the sacrifices that they're making today. We wish them a happy Thanksgiving, a happy and a Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. We want to also take this opportunity to thank the people that provide public service to you as a citizen of our city. Those are the City Hall personnel, school personnel, and certainly we want to take this opportunity to say thank you and Merry Christmas from our public safety people. That would be our police, fire, and emergency personnel. We also want to mention the importance that you as citizens of Fitchburg take the time to be with your families, to provide them with the love and appreciation that they deserve. And again, from the Di Natale family and my staff in City Hall, We want to wish all of the residents of Fitchburg a happy Thanksgiving, a Merry Christmas, and certainly a happy and prosperous New Year.